Yeah, this bike sounds good. So another XSR700. This one's definitely got some mods on her. She has some crash bars, has a rear bag that's being included with the sale. Heated grips, which is pretty cool for something like this, because I can definitely see myself putting some miles on her. And if you ride your bike enough, you know those cold mornings call for warm hands, and it's hard to get them sometimes. Yeah, this bike barks. Which, by the way, if you don't know the difference between a 2-cylinder and a 4-cylinder, it's this right here. That's one of them. Other one is how they perform. 4-cylinders are definitely more peaky. You know, they have kind of that up top power if you really wind it out. These bikes are the opposite. They're a little bit more focused on down low torque and power getting out of the way, rather than top end speed. This bike has steel braided lines as well, but we're gonna need to retry these brakes. Honestly, these are all right. I'll test it out more when I'm on the highway here. But really cool color scheme as well. I think this is probably my favorite colorway that they have for the XSR700. This red, white, and gold wheels. This looks pretty freaking swag, if you ask me. I know everybody isn't all about the gold and silver wheels, you know, to each their own for sure. But those who know, gold wheels ain't cheap. Seating position wise, I almost like having this bag that it has on me. There's a little seat bag that if you check it out online, you'll be able to see it. But there's a little seat bag that goes right behind the rear, the rider seat. And just jumping off a completely stock XSR700 and jumping onto this one, I do appreciate that almost bolstering feeling that it has. I know it's not going to stop my body weight from flying through it, but placebo effect, you know. All right. Yeah, this thing sounds perfect. Super light, easy maneuver. This is what I love about the 2-cylinders, you know, 750. I mean, yeah, 2-cylinder. 650 is what I was looking for. To focus on the stoplights. Yeah. This is what this bike is meant for right here. Brap, brap, brap. It's pretty much like a street legal dirt bike is how I imagine it. And they make street legal dirt bikes, don't get me wrong, but this like has the same attitude as a dirt bike off-road as this bike on-road. Something that you just short shift. Like, oh, brah, brah. Honestly, highway, wind protection is not there at all, but your body is prepared for the wind, which is a big thing if you ask me. If you're going to be out here in the wind, you at least kind of want to be prepared for the wind, be able to fight back and stand back against it. I'm thinking about the Harleys. Yes, this thing sounds so good. Trying out the brakes here. Fronts are right. Might want a little bit more response and hook from that front on the canyon or something, but it's just fine. Honestly, front brakes could use some upgrading. They don't feel unsafe, but I feel like the bike pulls harder than it stops. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I thought I lost the dealer plate. Oh, I would have been in trouble. Yeah, this bike sounds really good. I'd say it's just a lot of fun. Like I said, it's just like a street legal dirt bike. You know, you can turn, you can stop. Is it going to want to go to the track? Is it going to want to drag me? You know, it can, but, you know, you're going to be asking a lot of this suspension setup in its current state. I'm sure if you went in for some drop-in cartridges, Öhlins rear shock, all this crazy stuff, you can make anything handle good. But as is, you know, it handles all right. It's gonna be great for the average Joe. I'm just thinking, I'm just getting a little bit picky here for some of my guys who have asked me, how do these things turn? How do they really turn? You know, they turn all right. They're responsive, but the suspension's pretty soggy for really, really leaned over riding. But that does make it better for street riding. And again, it's gonna handle the average maneuvers that you're gonna need to do on the street, and do it well, actually. You know, see, it's very, very flickable and easy to throw over, which makes it a lot of fun. Which means if there's a rabbit, dodge, right? There's a pothole, dodge, easy. Uh oh, there's a guy on the road, dodge, easy. So yeah, this thing is just a blast. If you want to just zoom around town with your friends, get some regular riding in, man, this thing will be perfect. If you're aimed at showing your friends that you're the fastest guy out there, and there's some guys out here with sport bikes, you're gonna get claps. That's the honest opinion. But riding isn't always about racing. Don't get me wrong, you will catch some cars off the line. So yeah, final impressions on this bike, it feels a lot like an MT-07 FZ07, which is a good thing. I love the FZ07 MT. Very responsive, really fun to ride, not too serious, does not take itself too serious. You know, it's just a proper naked bike that you can enjoy the ride on. I feel like I can get away with relaxing a little bit. Unlike the XSR700, I feel like that bike does require a lot more attention and precision on the clutch and rev matching when you're downshifting, which is fun, but it's like riding a 1000. You definitely got to pay attention all the time. This bike, especially if you have experience, you can relax a little bit, but if you're a beginner, don't relax. Never. Pay attention, always, 100% of the time, all the time. Feel the space, feel the road. This thing is a blast. Final impression, I love it. Yeah, this thing barks, man. If you're looking for something very different sounding, this definitely does it. As you can see, it doesn't sound too bad. We're getting some looks out here. Missed it, but that's it. Alright guys, overall XSR700, this bike was a lot of fun. It's got steez. It's definitely one of those bikes that you can just enjoy around town. You can have you can start hooting on, you name it, it'll hold up just fine. You can find out this bike at ONYXMOTO.com. Come give us a call.